Hi, everyone. Welcome to Girl Please Podcast. It's Alina here.
Hey guys, it's Amanda.
How are you doing, sis?
Good. I'm so excited for 4th of July.
Oh my gosh, yes, you're going away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy for you.
Thanks. Are you going to stay local?
Yeah, I'm going to stay local, going to enjoy some raves, go to the pool, live my best life.
I thought you said raves. I'm like, raves.
I am
You're
not
going to raves.
Certainly not a rave girl. Raves like sunshine.
Got it.
Could you imagine me at a rave? Absolutely
Listen,
not.
I'm all about the outfits. That's it.
Honestly, go off queens that go, just not for me.
I want to go take pictures in a cute little outfit and then leave.
I'll just lay by the pool and I'll like your photos.
Perfect.
And that's that. I think I would go to as far as it goes with a festival type of vibe, maybe a Coachella, for
Burning
the outfits.
Man. Yeah.
But that's about it. But yeah, it's just not for me for some reason.
See, I can't do Coachella because you're not fucking finding me in a desert fucking dying of heat. No,
that is true. I feel like for the outfits really only, but yeah, probably.
I would tell my Uber, wait. Take
Girl,
pictures.
it's not even that. It's where you get dropped off. The walk is insane to get to the grounds. Yeah, I don't know. We can watch it from afar and admire all the outfits.
Yep.
It's not even my thing anyways.
I could put an AI background of me there. Just
perfect. Yeah. I've even seen influencers now that are too tired to go will post Coachella inspired fits. And I'm like, that's perfect. You can have an excuse to post your outfit. You don't even have to go to the freaking desert.
We should do that.
Let's do it next year. Girl Please edition. Girlchella.
Girlchella.
I've been loving our Sunday routine. So we're recording on a Sunday. This is dropping on Wednesday. But we've been doing a Pilates. Then we get ready together. We get a coffee, and then we come and record.
Yes, you guys are going to see me in gym outfits going forward.
Yes, literally. But it's been really nice. But we will acknowledge, obviously, we're going to have some Long Island, LOL, Love Island banter. But you need to know that, we're recording on a Sunday, so we haven't seen Sunday night, Monday night, or Tuesday night as of this episode. Love Island is messing with our episode drop schedule.
I know when people comment on our reels, I'm like, guys, that's obviously from when that was released.
Yes. And it's hard because we're trying to release, we've been releasing our episode clips earlier than the episode is dropping just because we need to get this Love Island stuff out. But at the same time, everything is dated so quickly because there's a new episode every night.
You know, it's funny because I try to keep up, and I've been doing good watching
You've
every
been doing
episode.
great.
And it's so hard. I'm like, when does this end? How many episodes is in a season? I'm like, oh my God, there's so many.
I know, but to be honest, I'm loving it. I have something to get excited about every night. And it's my little treat. Once I've done everything, I'm okay, I have an episode waiting for me. And I get in bed after I've done my face routine and all my things for the day. And it's such a way to end the night for me that on Wednesdays and Saturdays, because obviously we're not watching After Sun, I'm oh my God, there's no episode. On those 2 days, what are we going to do in a couple of weeks when we don't have that? I'm going to be so sad.
And I feel like I'm part of a Love Island cult because
I'm
my life is Love Island now.
Yes.
Once I watch an episode, I'm on TikTok. I'm commenting. I'm fuck your opinion. This is how I feel.
And I feel everyone, there's people who watch it and there's people who don't watch it. And the people who watch it, it's all consuming. It's their life. Anywhere you go, people are do you watch Love Island? And it's all anyone is talking about. I really want to do a watch party with you one night, at the local bars in our area in South Florida. They're doing them everywhere.
And we'll go live. We'll do it. It'll be fun.
Maybe we'll do a little vlog for it. But cities across the country are doing it. And it's so crazy what it's become. And I think I noticed somebody talked about this too, because there was a shift from the early seasons from it was when CBS owned it and now it's on Peacock. And I feel it's just gotten so much better.
And I also feel I can tell in comments when people are just, this is the first season I am watching nonstop live. Whereas I've seen last season was super popular. PPG made it a huge thing.
Yeah.
So I need to watch
Catch
it to know
up.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Yes. So that season I would say I was most in touch with, and this one I'm fully invested.
Yes.
But there's people that I can tell have never watched an episode in their whole life and they're giving opinions, and I'm just
yeah.
What you
this
watch?
Is how it works, buddy.
This is the first, and I don't care what anyone says. UK, their drama, their freaking crash outs, listen.
Yes.
Give you a run for your money when it
Nothing
comes
compared.
to places.
And even just reality TV in general. We are Team Hutta over here, period. End of story.
And Maya Papaya.
And Amaya Papaya. But people who are acting like, oh my God, that was so dramatic. Like, have you ever watched reality television? Even if you think of like Temptation Island, like think about how crazy these people get when it's like when they're seeing these things happen and they're sprinting to the other house because they're watching what their spouse is doing. Like, this shit ain't, this is for the weak. Like, this is not even anything saucy.
And I love how everyone on social media becomes a therapist. That person is manipulative.
It's emotional abuse.
Yeah. Like
this tactic is a telltale sign of this disease.
I'm like, okay.
Get help now.
Okay. And then they're like, that person needs therapy. First off, everyone needs therapy. I don't give a fuck if your life is amazing. You need therapy.
They're posting like bullet point photos like of a whole chart and graph to diagnose like the freaking cast. I can't. I have to say one thing before, like we'll get into our chat in the episode about like everything that's happened to this point. But what I've loved is because you are a spoiler queen and you love to ruin things.
Watch it when I watch it.
She watches it when she watches it. And once she watches it, it has to be that I need to know everything that happened.
I give you a play-by-play while I'm watching it.
Yeah, and I'm like, but sis, I haven't watched it.
But I always start off with, have you watched that? Are you watching? And then you're like, no. And then I'm like, okay.
And then you still go, or you'll basically say it without saying it. So you'll put a character's name or like a cast member's name or like something that happened and then just eyeballs. And now I'm waiting for that whole part, the whole episode. And it's like,
I do give you commentary. I'm like, fuck Ace, fuck this person.
Yeah, but sometimes like then when you do that too, like I can infer what's about to happen.
Oh,
like I saw even in our girl chat, like when people said, spoiler alert, when people were like, Taylor is canceled, like I knew right away what that meant, who he chose. Yeah. Like it's even if you didn't say it,
but
I
told the group to hush because you didn't watch yet.
Yes.
So I
didn't even click in there. So thank you for doing that because after I saw that, I was like, shoot, I need to stop. But what we have been doing, which has been great, and I've been seeing, we kind of saw this happening online and it's been a great tool, invisible ink.
Now I just let my feelings out.
If you are watching Love Island and you want to talk to your girlies, hit that invisible ink, or like unless you are positive that all of your friends like that you're talking to have watched it, type it in invisible ink. Like it has been the best thing. And then I love it because when I watch the episode, I go back and I swipe and I look at everything you said and then I give you my commentary.
It's great. I'm one of those. I give a play-by-play. Like me and my boyfriend and Med watching and I'm like, oh, I gotta tell Alina.
Yes, I know. I know what you mean because like as soon as it happens, like I can't wait to talk to you about it. But I'm lucky because you always watch it before I do. So I always leave it for like when I'm in bed at the end of the day is like my thing when I'm relaxing so I can enjoy it and go to sleep.
And I've recently got into TikTok because it's so big with like I give all my I have to stay off TikTok because one, it makes me spend money. Two, I can't get off of it.
Yeah.
So, and now I'm like addicted.
Yeah.
I open up TikTok before I open up Instagram, and that says a lot.
Yeah.
But also, I'm blocking people.
Yes.
If you are not Team Huda and you're talking shit about it, block.
Yeah.
My block list is so long. I don't even know this person. I'm like, I don't like what you said. Block.
We're like getting so mad and heated opening TikTok. It's become unhealthy for us. Like even people talking shit about like people's looks and stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
you say anything about Vanna? Block.
Like everybody shut up. Like leave. This is her face. Leave her alone.
Right? Like all of a sudden, everyone knows what beautiful is.
Yeah.
Like, if this girl likes it, she don't give a shit what you think.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. Like she can do what
Everyone's
she wants
a doctor
with herself.
these days too.
I know.
Like, and Facetune.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't deleted your app yet, but I want to.
How did they seriously sit there? Facetune like released a video basically.
Oh, they deleted it though because they knew better.
Like editing. Yeah, they were like editing Vanna. And I just think it's crazy that they said all of these things when like they're not realizing that they're the root of the problem here. They're the reason why so many people feel that they have to alter themselves and are like chasing this unrealistic standard of perfection that does not exist. And even the girls that have all the work done in the world are still using these apps. And it's so sad because we can never like it's like we are always trying to attain this unrealistic expectation.
And my thing with like Facetune, like I think, I get it. You have a huge zit in your photo.
Yeah.
You can go on there, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Great. But for you to put a girl's face on there and show how it would look if she didn't have all this filler, or it's unprofessional.
Yeah.
And you knew once you got backlash, you deleted that shit real quick. Stand by it.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's so mean, especially because we know people do commit suicide from going on these shows. Like, why bring someone down?
And I have to say, Vanna has done a great job like, I love to see how, like, somebody deals with, like, adversity or, like, the online backlash and stuff like that. Like, the way that she, like, made these, like, snarky little TikToks back in a tasteful way.
Yes.
Love it, queen. We
come on the pod,
come on the pod, sis. Like, this is a safe space. But we have been loving it. And I will say, too, about the invisible ink commentary, Genius Threads has, like, jumped on the bandwagon. And so now what they do is they have invisible text capabilities. So if you are typing, like, you know how people tweet, like, if you're on Threads and you're typing out, like, something about the show or about anything that you're watching that may have a spoiler, you can make the text invisible.
That's great.
And then people, when they are caught up, can, like, read it or choose to read it without it being ruined on somebody's scroll.
You know what else drives me crazy? The Love Island app. I haven't watched yet.
Yes.
And live, it tells you, like, who and it gives it away. And I'm like, shit, I should have clicked it.
And that's why I love how Threads has handled that, because I feel like if I don't watch an episode, I have to, like, stop myself from scrolling or I'm going to ruin it because people are already posting what has happened. And it's really hard in these streets to, like, avoid it. Totally. Yep. But I would say props to Threads, and, like, more social media platforms need to get creative like that.
Please.
What if you, like, hide the preview and then you have to, like, you know how, like, on Instagram, like, if something is, like, maybe a little inappropriate or intense or bloody,
it'll say
and there's,
view
like,
anyways.
View anyways, and it's like grayed out. Like, maybe we need to do that for spoilers. Like, free idea, Instagram, hit us up. Actually, not free.
I appreciate the people on TikTok.
We want to be funded.
That do talk about it, and they're like, spoiler alert. I'm like, keep going.
Yeah, yes, I do appreciate that. But when you do, like, a big photo and it's, like, dumped, then, like, I hate that. Like, there was a photo of, spoiler here, this is old, but, like, when Hannah and Jeremiah went home that one night, that somebody, like, literally posted, like, a reality show Instagram account. And it's like, you know, your whole audience is watching this show and you posted in real time that they got dumped. Like, check yourself. Like, at least you swipe to see, you know what I mean? Like, make it carousel.
If you're going to watch Love Island, watch it on time. I'm forced to watch it on time, so I'm not spoiled. So you do the same shit.
I don't feel bad for you.
I don't care. I'm like,
that is
honestly,
really
if
funny.
I see something that's spoiled, I'm like, now I don't got to watch the episode. Thank you, guys.
So we were not going to do our Love Island chat first, but do you think we should just
jump into it? Yeah.
And then we'll go back to our other items of business.
Yes.
Okay, so we're deep in Casa Amor. As of the latest episode, we had Casa Amor, actually. We just got the recoupling from Casa Amor. So we saw things play out. We saw what happened with Nick and Olandria up until this point. Like, they were... First of all, I really did think that they were going to bring back, like, some of the old cast members because they kept them in holding without their phones for a while.
Honestly, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, they got voted off. How many times are we going to bring people back? But Nick and Olandria never really left and coupled up. And there are so many Nick Olandria fans before this. So I wonder if the producers, like, really tried to, like, force this. Obviously, it was just platonic for them. And then poor Olandria had to watch Taylor live out his Casa Amor experience in front of her face.
I don't know. The whole Nick and Olandria thing to me was, like, weird.
Okay.
Like, kind of forced. And I always did think Nick found her attractive. He did pull her for a lot of events.
Yes.
So that was, like
the
pretty obvious. And I get it. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
But, you know, my girl Sierra, my heart was like, oh,
I know.
God. And then when they kissed, I was like, ah!
I know.
But then when everything happened at the end, I was happy for them.
And at that point, too, like, yes, Sierra's still exploring a connection. Like, you never know. Like, why would you completely, like, write it off? I get it. But I also think, like, Olandria was judging when Huda went and...
With Pepe?
Yeah, chatted with Pepe. And it was like, you need to talk to Hannah immediately. And it's like, Are you gonna tell your girl?
So this is my thing
that
too.
You kissed him?
Social media is like, how is she supposed to tell her? People like send a
or
note
just don't
with the
do
bird.
it.
Like,
yeah, but at the same, that's really funny, and it's true. She'll still probably pull her after. However, like, if you know you're not into this man, like, yeah, I know. I don't really care about it either way. Like, I didn't feel that way, but people are very, like, hypocritical.
And
about
if you really, really watch when Nick and Olandria were, like, sitting there talking before that kiss, he kept making comments about how he was attracted. Like, it was all looks. It wasn't anything mental.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I wanted to get to know you on a deeper level. He was just physically attracted to her. So I was like, oh, this is surface level. So I was already over it.
Let's talk Taylor and Alandria, because I really thought for a while, like, okay, I liked them and whatever, but I did feel like, yes, you can say it was a slow burn, but at some point, nothing was happening.
It wasn't progressing.
And I love them individually, especially her, like, love her, and Taylor was sweet, but, like, she had said to him a few times, like, you know, put in a little effort, like do a little something. He never did. She even said this about Jalen, that, like, he was taking steps and moving forward and, like, doing things and kissing her and whatever. And, like, she tried to downplay it. She's like, yeah, no, he was physical first. Like, at least we're connecting with the mind. First of all, you guys didn't get that deep. And second of all, like, I think Jalen would have been a great choice for her.
Yes. Poor Alandria, my heart feels for her because she's been through so much this season. She's so strong. I would have been a fucking mess every time.
How is Alandria so strong? Can we talk about that? She composes herself. She sits there. She takes a second and she's like, it's okay. I'm okay. I'm a bad bitch. Like, my crown is not tilting. Like, and she just stands there, smiles. She's getting, like, told to, like, literally worse shit is happening in front of her eyes. And she's just, like, standing there and she's like, I will not shed a tear over this man.
She's a great woman. I think I'm excited to see. I don't think her future person is at the villa.
It could have been Jalen, though.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll rekindle, but I'm happy to see who she ends up, because she's such a good person. Like, I just think there's no one there for her, and I agree. I think Taylor and Clark had an instant connection. It seems very like. And a lot of people are like, oh, thank you, Taylor, for proving us right that all you go for is looks. No, I think physical attraction is important, but I think they also are trying to get to know each other on a deeper level. He smiles a lot around her. Like, I love them together. I love Alandria, but I don't think Taylor's her person.
I was not shocked at all when Taylor chose Clark. Mm-hmm. I thought that made sense because of how we saw him move since he met her. Mm-hmm. Compared to how we saw him with Alandria, you could tell there was more of a spark there for him. Like, it sucks for him because he was put in this position. He obviously cared about Alandria, but you could tell that there was something there that was lacking with him and Alandria.
Yes.
Now, I also felt bad for Clark, too, because, like, Alandria was making comments and she was just like, you know, this is a test for us. And we, like, it was always like, almost like she was trying to, like, overcompensate. Like, oh, girl, this is nothing. Like, this is just another thing for us to get through. And, like, that woman wasn't a test. Like, that woman was somebody that he was genuinely interested in and growing a connection with in real time.
I agree. And I just want to say, because, you know, I'm all over TikTok.
Yeah.
All you BITCHs saying that they're trying to cancel Clark because they're like, you know, she smiled or laughed when Taylor picked her. What was she supposed to do?
Yeah.
She was excited. She was happy. She wasn't making fun of Alandria because she didn't get picked.
Forming a great connection.
She was like, wow. Yeah. And people were like, oh, fuck that. That was so rude to laugh. She don't owe Alandria nothing. Like, she's not there to make friends. She's there to find her man. You know, I think people trying to cancel her already because they're so Team Alandria. Like, I'm Team Alandria. I love her.
Yeah.
I just don't love her for Taylor.
Right.
Or vice versa. Or Taylor for her.
Right.
That's all.
And I would say, too, like, even like the reaction of the villa when he chose Clark, it was tough probably for I know.
Girl, I love you, but.
Love my Amaya papaya. But she was like, Taylor, no, what? This is, and she was like processing it all, like, because she didn't, like, at least Alandria at the very least was not like blindsided. Like, she saw it happen. I mean, she did seem like she thought it wasn't much, but like maybe that was just a defense. But like, she saw like he was having a connection. So at least she had that like intel before. But I guess the girls, the OGs, like were not prepared because they didn't know what was happening while they were gone. Yeah. And they were just all in shock. And they really probably made Clark feel like dirt. Like that was tough. I mean, they saved her in the end, but damn.
What are your thoughts on that? I would have saved her too.
I would have saved her too.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that if there was a girl that like really stood out as like really trying to like explore connections or had maybe another connection aside from like the one guy, like I know they were talking about Coco. I didn't really see Coco trying to go out and explore with anybody, but I mean, maybe, but like
I loved Coco. She was great.
She's gorgeous too.
I didn't think she was good for Ace, or Taylor,
and we knew that wasn't going to happen.
I think she's a queen. She'll be fine at the end of the day. She's beautiful too.
Yeah, but I think if someone like really stood out, maybe like there could have been a case made, but there wasn't that. So obviously, Alandria is the right choice.
She would have been my second. Yeah. And Vanna, like, you know, I just feel like she didn't have a connection with anyone.
Yeah.
Like, there was no one there I liked for her or vice versa. What do you think about the guys?
Okay. So, wait, before we get to this, can I just say Taylor was a dog for what he did to Olandria? He literally, first of all, when Olandria and Nick came back from being exiled for a hot sec, first of all, that was dirty what they did to Sierra. Like, they made her think that he was gone. Like,
poor girl was
crying. And then everybody had to stay straight-faced, okay?
I know.
So they bring them back, and what does Sierra do? Beelines it for Nick, and they start kissing. Where was Taylor? That's how you knew. He didn't go up to Olandria. He went to Nick, okay? Then when Casa Amor is happening, like, yes, you're hitting it off with Clark, but you're still also trying to explore, like, some sort of a connection with Olandria. Like, aren't you trying to still see if something's there? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. But, like, I think it was Nick who, like, Taylor, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but Taylor was doing a handshake with somebody. I believe it was Nick. And he comes in, does some sort of handshake, and Olandria's sitting there, and she's like, we need a handshake. Like, I don't have a handshake with anybody here, like, da-da-da. And then Taylor's like, well, maybe you're just not liked. Like, maybe no one likes you.
Oh, yes, when they were at the
what
yes,
a dog.
Yes, they had, like, a special handshake, and then she was saying, yes.
And, like, he could have just been like, we can make one. Like, why did you have to say you're not liked?
See, now that worries me that Taylor's not as genuine as we think. I think he's this cute little
not
country
into
boy. And now I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, he was kind of rude. I am not the biggest fan anymore. What made Taylor special in my book was Olandria, and now I'm just about Olandria. Like, I don't really care for them. Let's talk about the other couples and the other men.
I want to talk about Shelly and Ace.
Okay, go ahead.
TikTok, IG, you may hate me for this. I do not care.
Yeah.
Ace, fucking, like, mastermind of the villa.
Yeah.
He runs that shit.
Yeah.
The boys, whatever Ace says goes. Like, he's playing a game.
Yeah.
Ace is playing a game. That man is not there for love. That man is there for himself. Shelly, I love you. I love you so much. You're so pretty. You're so sweet. But, like, nothing there. Like, I don't know what you see in Ace. I think you're a different person around Ace, and I don't really like you around him. I feel like, I don't know, you guys were giving each other eyes when things were I don't know. I wouldn't
feel
like
like
vote for them.
they're scheming a little
They're
bit. Like, it's almost like they tried to pretend like Shelly tried to act conflicted, Ace tried to act conflicted.
And they motherfucking
And, like,
knew.
even how Ace was, like, in the beginning, it's like he went to everybody but Shelly for so long, which was annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I think Shelly's absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And I think Ace is entertaining for sure, but like, yeah, not a fan. And like, he definitely was the ringleader behind Jeremiah leaving. Like, I strongly believe that. Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, he's not my fave. Let's talk about our girl, Hedda.
Hi, Queen.
Hey, Queen. Hey, sis.
We love you.
Just remember, Hedda, like, this is the Hedda Stan podcast. We have been riding for you, sis.
Girl, your growth.
Like,
I love
we
it.
love you. We have loved you from day one. And let the record show that we have always been Team Hedda.
Always.
And you are welcome here anytime. We have a seat for you. Oh. Literally. Come on down. I have no words for the interaction between JD and Hedda.
Was that real life? Like, I was like, time the fuck out.
That was,
rewind.
First of all, you have a challenge where the objective is to do the most because you're going against the other villa who can do the craziest kiss, like whatever. The point is to do the most in the seconds that you have to outdo the other house. And Hedda understood the assignment. JD with his teeth could not handle that.
And she mentioned it.
And like, he literally was like, you're so dominant. Like, I can't handle this. Like, it's too, like, yeah, I need somebody, like, just the way that he came at her really was so inappropriate. Like, you're embarrassing her. Do you want a reaction out of her? Do you want screen time? Like, there's a way to talk about it and not try to make someone, like, embarrass somebody and put them down.
Okay, I want to play devil's advocate because I feel like I love my girl, but she came in that and was like, I had to take charge because you weren't, so I don't know how else he was supposed to react to that, but the whole situation, how it unplayed, definitely was a little much. And I love her for being like, okay, go find someone submissive then, whatever. But also, like, you're kind of already knocking him down a bit. So
I mean, he's knocking her down. What is she supposed to say? He's embarrassing
all he had
her.
to do was say, you're right, I could have been better in that challenge. That's it.
Like,
you're right.
But she didn't say that to him. He just was like, you were really dominant.
No, she sat down and was like, for that challenge, I feel like I had to carry us. You weren't doing a lot.
Oh.
So that's how it started.
Yeah.
So it already was a little,
Yeah.
But I think there's nothing wrong with her speaking her mind, saying she did carry it. But then he brought up the whole dominance thing, and that was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really like nasty work on his part. There's like a way to say it. Like maybe he could have just said, I was like uncomfortable to like do all that like on camera or whatever it was.
I think his way of saying it was like she was too like she was just like
he was trying to put her down.
Yes, and she was just literally trying to do her part in this challenge.
Yeah. And like, okay, you're not man enough for her. Goodbye. I love how she stood up and just was like, okay, I'm going to go now. Like, bye. See you never.
I love that for her.
Oh my God. When she stood up, I was like, applause, bitch.
And what I love for her? Because if that was me, I would be like, you're a fucking pussy.
Yeah. She was like, I will just remove myself.
And then she would have got a lot of hate.
This conversation does not serve me. I'm going to go with a smile. I was so happy when she did that. And I kind of felt like I was like, Chris and her are gonna be like, I called this before that episode aired, and I could just see the way like she kind of looked at him, and I felt like he would kind of be her type. I mean, he's 6'8", and he's a nice guy actually.
when Nick went back and told Ace that she was. When Shelly was dating someone that tall, he was like, damn.
Yeah, but like even Ace was like, that don't bother me. Like, shut up. Bro, like you're like you have to just calm down. Like we know it bothers you, but that's okay. It's fine. Like if your pride will be hurt. But I was dying. That is really funny, and all the memes out of that were hilarious. But like I'm interested to see and excited to see where Hedda and Chris can go for sure. I'm glad that they had that time, and like he even said it too. Like when they did that challenge. And they had to kiss each other. They were like, Chris was like, oh, like maybe there was something here. Like that made me want to talk to her more. So I was like, okay, well, that's good. Look, a man who can take it.
Yep.
Love that for her.
All right. I want to talk about Amaya and Zach.
Yes.
Don't see it. Not feeling it.
I think that like those were the people kind of left and she didn't get picked. And like there was an entry into Zach that way for her. And like she had to take it.
I'm so happy she took him instead of what's his name? That's who does ex guy?
Which one, JD?
JD. Remember JD stood for Amaya and Zach. Oh, did.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, thank God.
Yes. No, I'm definitely happy about that. I just have to say, like, obviously, okay, I'm not seeing a and I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not seeing a love or even really a physical, like, connection or spark between Amaya and Zach. But I just want to take a moment and, like, have some appreciation for our Amaya Papaya. She has grown on me so much. She is such a pure, sweet soul. And you can tell, like, she is on this genuinely to find someone. The way that she has her little pep talks to herself, her little song, the way she is just the light in that villa. I'm an Amaya stan.
I agree. I hope she finds love. She's so deserving. She's so sweet. Even when she has her little like dramatic moments where she's over the top, I'm like, she just has such a big heart.
Yes.
Such a big heart.
Yes. And like you also have to realize like they're there. They don't know what day it is. They don't know what time it is. Their emotions are heightened. So like, yes, of course she's going to be emotional. Like I get super emotional too. And I can't imagine under those circumstances and like you're feeling unwanted and you're constantly having to build up your own confidence. And she's doing it.
And I absolutely hate the way Ace made her feel. Yes. And now when she goes into a relationship, she's like,
she has trauma.
Yeah.
When she was talking to who was it that she was talking to from Casa? She was talking to one of the guys and like she felt like she had to preface it and be like, oh, by the way, this is just how I am. I say babe, I say mi amor, I say mi gente because like this is my culture. This is how we speak. And like, girl, you do not need to do all that.
Be you and someone will
like
appreciate
I was
that.
so happy that like even in that conversation, he was like, don't worry, like you're good, like don't feel the pressure. And she just like you could see her trauma seeping through because she started to tear up, and I was like, this poor girl, like, and she obviously she was not calling Ace like baby, thinking this is my freaking boyfriend. Like relax, like she's like, oh hey babe, grab this, like oh hey, like the way that we talk, like I thought that was so out of pocket of him, and like just seeing her like have drama from that, and like even just the way that like she has like talked herself up, picked herself up, and like done that for the other girls too. She said that to Hedda at one point. She goes, your crown was tilted and now it's straight. Like she says these little things. She is the light in the villa, and I am rooting for Amaya and Huda. Like, those are my girls.
I love Amaya. I love Huda, obviously.
Yes.
Sierra's grown on me so much.
We are loving Sierra.
Sierra's, and you know what? I love Sierra. I love how she loves on Nick. Hate Nick.
Yeah. Nick is not like we need an amazing man for Sierra.
Honestly,
he has turned his head at every girl.
I know, and I like how she likes him, and like sometimes I see him respect her, but then sometimes I just want to like leave my girl alone.
Yeah.
But if right now, if I had to choose a couple, it would be them, just because they have grown. You know, I feel like
we want
he's
Sierra
been fighting more battles, and she's been more respectful.
Yeah.
But and yeah, I think she's playing it right and she's doing it right. And
yeah, she explored, but she also like really nurtured her connection with Nick. Like, I think she's really all about him. I just wish he was a little bit more all about her. Like, I don't like it's like I wish I could just give it all to her. Mm-hmm. But they do have to decide at the end.
I feel like they find each other at the end, but I feel like he's like, I'm still open. She's like, I'm open, but like me and Nick are so strong. I'm open, but Nick is my guy. Like, you know, it's just night and day, but it's okay.
Yeah. Oof. I would say, I mean, I'm rooting for them. I hope that something happens between Chris and Huda that really grows. Like, I just want, you know, the best for her. I would love for Amaya to find someone I would stan, and I would vote for that. I just don't see it with Zach. I will say this. If Ace, I don't think anyone would vote for Ace, but he's the type to take all the money. Because, you know, at the end, like, they can decide, split it 50-50, or one person can take the whole 100. And I wouldn't put it past Ace to take it all.
I think Shelly and Ace were in each other's DM before the show. I was like, listen, let's go to the end. We'll split this shit.
Yeah.
You go your way, I go mine.
Yeah. True.
Okay, we have to talk about Iris and TJ because we have. But you know who I would have loved for Iris?
Who?
Your boy.
Which one's my boy?
Your Greek god.
Oh, my Charlie.
I like Iris. I feel like she doesn't do a lot. She's like, you know, she's sweet. I
really like Charlie and Iris, and I like Iris a lot. She's a mature woman. She's a sweet soul.
She's more reserved. She's not into the drama.
I love how like natural she is too. Like, she's just glowing.
She's
and like
a girl's girl. Like, she's sweet. Her and Charlie would have been I would have a real one.
I love Iris and Charlie. I majorly ship. I think Charlie, he went on like after. I don't know if he went on After Sun or like it was just like the Selly phone and all the extra stuff that he was doing, but like he sat with Selly from like season 2 and like has been all of a sudden like, you know, he made a TikTok like, oh, gotta kick out my cat because Sally's allergic to cats. I'm like, you just thought and Bob, like you're going after all of them. Like, damn.
Listen, after how Hannah did him, he's like,
I feel bad. Charlie has said too, like he can't even watch Hannah's parts, and I get that. I was surprised. Hannah has now come out of the villa, had her podcast appearances, and she is feeling stronger towards Pepe's a light. I think he's so sweet. I don't like the girl he's with in there, Grayson. I don't see it.
Oh, I like her.
You do?
Yeah, she don't do much. But
exactly.
But she don't bother me.
And I think it's funny that like she's the same exact kind of girl like a Hannah looks wise. But I really think, and you know what Hannah said that was like really opened me up to Pepe too? She was like, he was so sweet when Charlie left. She's like, I'm sitting here blubbering. And she's like, and I felt bad because I'm like almost like sitting here crying because I have to be coupled up with him in a way because like, you know, Charlie left. And she's like, he was so there for me. We stayed up like all night. We would have these deep talks at night. She said that first night when I was crying all night over Charlie, she's like, he made me 3 different meals. Like he was just taking care of me the whole night and I was crying over another man.
He also got that cookie.
He earned that cookie.
I know, I was going to say he was working his way up.
Are you kidding? He earned, if anyone earned it, it was Pepe.
No, Pepe was super sweet. I did not see him for Hannah, vice versa. But I don't know. I just something about Hannah.
I didn't mind them together. I just think I thought he was really sweet. He's grown on me as well.
I just feel like for Hannah, like even if she was still in it, everything seems surface level to me too, like very lustful, not really.
You know
deep.
what it is too? They're so much younger than us. Oh, yeah. Like we're just like like we're just in a different place. So like they're just like, oh, do you have a brother? Like,
and I'm so sick of you people on TikTok pulling up people's pictures saying, guess this person, guess this person. Shut up. Let me guess your age. Shut up.
Yeah.
I hate that
That's
too.
Horrible.
Like someone said Huda looked like she was 32 or something. I was like, shut up.
Shut up. I know. It's like ridiculous. Grow up. Like let people live, and like there's no need to have these guessing games. And if you want to, do it amongst yourselves. Do it with your friends. Like you don't need to put it on the internet and like bash people. Like we've already seen enough.
Man, I love when there's bullies on there. I be clicking their photos. I'm like, oh, and you love Jesus.
Yeah, they're
like
always
that.
the church people.
It
or
mind
like
boggles
be kind,
me.
kindness. Like if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. And they're the nastiest comment.
Crazy.
We get those all the time.
All the time.
Our freaking TikTok @girlplease_podcast. We go defend us in the comments. Like
I love it. I'd be on, and it's so exhausting. So we get so many comments, and I'm like, I can't get to you all, but I want to tell you all.
Yeah, I'm sad. But we have a lot of love and support too.
And we love you guys.
All our girlies, for sure.
Yes.
Do you feel like we could wrap up the Love Island chatter with a bow?
We didn't talk about.
Oh, am I supposed to guess? Let's mime it out.
The last couple that's left, I feel like we didn't talk about.
Who's the last couple?
The newer. She's the one that was with Jeremiah.
Andreina. Why do I forget about her?
I know, I feel bad.
But her meme is so funny. Do you see the TikTok trend?
Right.
There was one part. There's one part of the show where she looks directly at the camera and she goes, "I'm taking your man." And so
no.
So she was like talking to somebody and like she was like, I hate that I have to be like the villain and like I come in here and like, but she's like, and whatever. But then she like looks at, and then the guy was like, well, as a bombshell, like that's your job, whatever she was saying. And she goes, "I'm taking your man." And she looked at the camera and did it. So everybody has cut this clip. And it's such a funny trend on TikTok where she goes, "I'm taking your man." And then you see so the clip plays. And then the next clip is like, whoever is doing the trend, it's like a girl in the gym because and it keeps playing like as their motivation because she goes, "I'm taking your man," and then they're like running on the Stairmaster. It's so funny.
I've also been loving seeing Amaya's song, like her
Amaya's
song. My God, all over.
Those are like my morning affirmations. Like, I never said I was perfect. I never said I didn't have any flaws. But at least I'm pretty. And at least I'm a little funny. And at least I'm my own best friend. That's my favorite line. That's my favorite line. At least I'm my own best friend.
I love it. That's it. You need to write music, girl. That's it.
Oh my God. It's so good.
So
How
good.
can you not love it? Okay, back to Andreina, whose literal perfection. You know she has Michael B. Jordan in her likes. She too good for Love Island.
I heard that.
Dead
I was
at
like,
this. I'm dead at this. Because the other ones are like girls. And like she is like a whole ass cookie cutter Barbie woman. Like she
Sweet,
is
though. She's grown on
tucked
me.
and sucked and BBL'd and perfection. But yeah, who's she with? Oh, Brian. I'm dead. Why don't they really don't get that much screen time?
I know they really don't. You guys need to do more.
Yeah, we needed it. Like I don't have much talking points other than
they're nice.
She's gorgeous
and they seem to have
He's
a good
nice
connection.
guy. They have a good connection.
Yeah.
They look good together.
Yeah.
They're good looking. Jeremiah got out of the villa. He immediately followed her. I'm dead at that. I am dead. But yeah.
I have no words for Jeremiah.
Oh my God, do we
None.
not?
Merp.
I even will say, like, when I saw him on the Files, like, he took some accountability. He was well-spoken, and the way he was speaking, he sounded like a mature man. I was like, where was this when you were talking to Huda? You can actually speak deeply. Like, he's been in therapy. Like, he spoke well. And I was like, you could have communicated very well to Huda and been great. And like, you didn't do that.
The things I don't like about Jeremiah, and these aren't things to like knock him. Like Jeremiah seems like a nice guy, but I think the boys were too much in his ear. He should have done whatever the hell he wanted to do. Like these guys are not your friends, clearly.
As a man, it is your job too to put those people in their place. Like when you're in a relationship, like people should not feel the right to okay, maybe he wasn't, but like the fact that this is a trait that you're showing is like, I strongly believe like if you are a man that's like, it reminds me of like those men that are like in those friend groups that sit there and they're like, oh, I gotta go with the wife. Like they make it sound like hell. Like I hate, like that shit needs to be cut. There's not an open door to talk like that in a relationship, period. But the minute that the guy started saying something, he immediately took all that energy out on Huda. Instead of even communicating like, hey, like they were saying this, like, do you feel this way? Remember when, I don't know if you noticed this, but like the guys were like saying all this stuff and they don't think that she's genuine, which is hilarious. And Nick was like the ringleader in this conversation. Jeremiah in 2 seconds flipped. Huda walks over like, hey, babe. And he looks down, doesn't look at her, and she's like, hey, what's up? Like trying to hug him. And he pushes her back and gives her a handshake. And she was like, what the fuck? Like, and he wouldn't even when she asked, like, what's up? Is something wrong? He wouldn't even say it. Like, she was like trying to pick and choose
what was more important.
That was crazy work. Like, that you let it affect you that much that in that moment when she comes over, like, you didn't even save it for a convo. Like, you just treated her different with no explanation. Mm-hmm. That's wild. Of course she's going to go crazy and, like, be in her head.
And the last thing I'll say about Jeremiah is, and I do think he is a love bomber.
Yeah.
I think he is. Maybe he is a lover boy like, our girlhood is, but, I understand. Like, if you love bomb me, I'm going to believe it because what's not to love? Like,
yeah. That's right, sis.
Like, I easily be love bomb.
Period. Nothing to add to that. Period.
Sorry, I'm cracking myself up.
I'm done.
Sorry.
Well, I feel like we can end on this note.
Yes, we're good with love. Yeah.
So the last episode up until this point was the recoupling after Casa. Mm-hmm. And then we kept Olandria, we kept Elon, and then that's where we are at. So we will have a couple more episodes that air before our episode drops on Wednesday. So bear with us and we'll be back next week for more.
Yes. Now to dive into Sabrina.
Yes. Let's talk about Sabrina Breens. Our girl, Sabrina Carpenter. We love her.
Love.
It's a great transition because the internet is going to internet. She's dropping a new album called Man's Best Friend. She releases her cover art. She's on her knees. And it's cute. It's hot, bitch. Fuck it up, sis.
Listen. My thing is, I think she's well beyond her years of like she's so mature.
Yeah.
Like she does her own thing. She has her own style. Like I love her.
Yes. She's unapologetically herself. Mm-hmm. She still keeps it cute. Yeah. She's got a little sauce in there.
A lot of spice.
And I'm so tired of the narrative of like, oh, the children. Like clutches pearls. Like, first of all, if that's your job as a parent to decide, is Sabrina Carpenter's music, album, art, okay, that you feel that you want your kids exposed to that. If the answer is no, that's fine. But like, she's not going to change.
She's an adult.
Her whole music path, career, and choices for your 6-year-old that's being raised in Kansas.
Yeah, like, your kids love her music.
You decide how you want to handle that. That's not up to her. And mind you, like, people attacked her for this album art. And if you really look at it, like, okay, we know what it means, but it's one of those, like, you know how there's kid shows where like there's like a double meaning, like you could watch Rugrats and find a sexual reference in there, but it's gonna go
of Nickelodeon.
Over, it's gonna go over the kid's head, right? Yeah. But like, to me, this image, like, I don't think that a 5-year-old is gonna understand it.
I'm into it.
It's hot. And her album is called Man's Best Friend. So, like, I think she's fully clothed. It's not like she's freaking naked. And I heard someone say this too. They were like, I grew up on like Britney Spears, and she was in a bra on her album art. Like, come on. So, I mean, she's in clothes. Like, kids are not going to understand that.
They're not. And it's not like.
She's not naked.
She's not naked. And I feel like it's not super sexual, where it's like too, like, I just
no man is grabbing her, like it's not like on her.
Yeah, it looks more playful than it does hurtful.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. So we have that, and then of course uproar in America. Like nobody can stand that this is her album.
And people's kids are exposed to way more just being on social media. Period.
Literally, touch grass. But our queen never disappoints. She released an alternate cover for people who want to be a little bit more conservative.
You didn't even have to do that.
She didn't. And it's another stunning photo. Mm-hmm. But the funniest part to me was, I don't know if you can zoom.
Yeah.
Oh, you can. Yeah. She looks gorge. And it still matches the Man's Best Friend. Can you read the caption, though, for us? Because the part at the bottom, like...
I signed some copies of A Man's Best Friend for you guys, and here is a new alternative cover approved by God, available now on my website.
Approved by God.
With a little white heart.
She is so hilarious for that.
And girl with no job laughed at it.
Yes, of course. Love our queen, Claudia. I'm dead. An alternate cover approved by God.
I love
Let
the witty.
Know,
she's
sis.
so witty.
She's like
cute.
Fuck y'all, but here you go.
Yeah.
Love her for that. No notes. No notes, Sabrina Breens. We love ya.
Come on the pod.
Come on the pod.
I tell her, please.
Come on the pod. We can't pay you your worth, but we'll give you some champagne and giggles.
Yes.
Last up, Perfect Match revealed their new cast. And what I found so interesting about this whole thing, I was shocked because I was scrolling through and I was like, wait, this is Perfect Match? So for the first time, usually Perfect Match is a mix of different cast members from shows in the Netflix universe. So like Love is Blind, Temptation Island,
Too Hot to
be on
Handle,
there, The Circle, The Ultimatum. For the first time ever, we are branching out. We have people from Siesta Key, The Bachelor, and most notably, I would say, Love Island on Perfect Match. Yeah. That's crazy that they got all these people from, it's like not just the Netflix universe anymore. It's just like reality TV.
Wait, we need to talk for a second. A lot of the people from Love Island, I have no idea who the fuck
they
are.
I know who a lot of them are.
I know like the most recent ones, and that's it.
There's a few from Love Island USA season 2 that I know. Like Justine,
I don't know any of those people.
Justine won Love Island USA season 2, and she's on there. That's a big get. Carrington was also on that season. I wasn't
watching Love Island.
Like
how many seasons of Love Island US is
We're
there?
on 7 now.
7. Okay. See, that's I started like last 2 seasons. I wouldn't know anyone else.
Then also notably, I know you're not really a Bachelor girly anymore, but Rachel and Clayton from The Bachelor are on this season of Perfect Match, which is major.
So they can't pick each other, right?
They certainly can, but they won't, and I'll tell you why. They hate each other. Clayton, during his season, Clayton told 3 women that he loved them. And one of them was Gabby, our girl from Traders with the voice that you say something. So Gabby, this girl, Rachel Recchia, who I love her, by the way. I follow her. I have not stopped. Like, she's a fucking queen. And she's so funny. She is from The Bachelor. She was also The Bachelorette. She has a wall because she cried a lot on TV called the cry wall. So all her scenes crying, she has like in different black and white photo, like she's a photo wall in her apartment. It's so funny. Like, she's such a queen. So her and Gabby and this other girl, Susie, who ended up winning unconventionally, I don't know what is going on, by the way. We're on TikTok Live and something is happening.
Should I go touch it?
Yeah, if you want to. Please enjoy this brief intermission while our co-host goes and checks
sing for them.
what's going on. No. Sometimes you guys, we're also live on TikTok. You can follow us at girlplease_podcast on TikTok. And we are going live as we record this episode. Sometimes you can catch us early. Oh yeah, I made you do a puzzle. So just so you know, we're gonna be recording live as well on TikTok before the episode drops, so you can catch us there. Yes. But so now Amanda had to just go fix something so the live would continue. But sometimes we wonder, do we need to cut this out? We're just being human. You're here for all.
You're driving to work right now. You can use the extra minutes.
Yeah. Here's a few more minutes for you. I hope you enjoyed. But yeah, So Clayton was the Bachelor, and then Susie, Gabby, and Rachel were all in his top, and he was playing them all. Basically, he was facing these allegations where he said to all of them he loved them. He was intimate. He made them all feel like, I'm gonna pick you. Special, yeah. You're the one. Let's get through the season. So it's funny because Clayton ended up wanting to go with Susie. So he ended up, there was a big explosive moment in the episode where he ended up being look, I've told you all that I love you, and I was intimate with 2 of you and both of you and whatever out of the 3.
Did he pick the one he was intimate with?
I don't think so, actually. I'm pretty sure he was intimate with Gabby and Rachel, if I'm not mistaken, and not Susie, and I think he went with Susie.
That's crazy.
And I need to go fact check that. But the thing is, he misled them a lot, and he took Rachel, my queen, and Gabby and put them in a room together to dump them and tell them listen, I've been love bombing you guys, I'm gonna go with Susie, I had to be. Gabby ripped him a new one.
I believe it.
She's like, you're going to put us together in a room, address us as a group after being intimate and like all these things and making us feel like we're going to be like, I'm going to be your fucking girlfriend. That's and nice. You're addressing us as a group. You couldn't even take us. You didn't even have the decency to take us one by one. So now it was a huge, huge deal in the Bachelor universe. And he never fully, and he didn't end up with Susie in the long run anyways. Love Susie, but she's way better than this man. And the fact that Rachel is now going to be on a season of Perfect Match with Clayton is a major deal.
I just want to say really quick, Gabby is so funny on TikTok.
She is hysterical.
Cracks me up. She'll be like laying in bed and giving her a take on like Love Island, and I'm like,
she's like blowing her nose.
I'm like, girl, sit up.
She's so funny. She doesn't give a fuck. And she's like, I just took my meds and like I'm just gonna say this before I black out.
Mama G, your child is apologizing for cursing.
Sorry. I'm always sorry, Mom. I just, sometimes I get caught up in the moment.
This episode had a lot. Your mom's probably gonna be like,
I'm so passionate. One thing to note, by the way, like Susie is not on Perfect Match, but I am going to make a prediction because Bachelor in Paradise just announced that Justin Glaze, who was in the Bachelor franchise, is going to be in Paradise. And him and Susie were together for a while and people were in love with this couple and shipping them, and then they're both wonderful, and they broke up. But now all of a sudden there was a TikTok little tease of them like individually. He posted and she posted, and they used the same sound, and they were on the same balcony and on a trip. So it's like, are you guys back? And then all of a sudden they show that partially announced some of the cast for Bachelor in Paradise, and he's one of them. My prediction is that Susie also went on Paradise and they reconnected, and that's how this happened. Just putting it out there.
What a waste of space. You guys could have connected outside of
Yeah, because you already were together for so long and you live in the same city.
Damn it.
But maybe God brought them together. They both, I wonder if they both knew that they were both going to be on. And like, listen, it's not confirmed that Susie went on, but I'm telling you.
I can see producers being like, listen, you guys were good. Yes. Get
back. But back to Perfect Match. Yes. AD and Ollie are on this season.
Oh.
So that's how we know this is their origin story for how they got engaged. So we know that they met.
It's this season.
Yes. They met on Perfect Match.
So it's already over.
Their love story began. Yeah. They always like air shit like a year later. So they met. We're going to see their love story begin on Perfect Match. And we don't know if they won.
Wait, I've only watched little bits of Perfect Match. Is it one couple that wins at the end?
Yes. Remember when
so they
we
won
were
it. So they're winning at the end.
We don't know that.
They're definitely winning at the end.
We don't know that.
Forecasting it.
Remember when we were so mad that like Christine and that random guy won Perfect Match and we thought Alara and Stefan should have won?
Yes. Okay.
That's this show.
Yes. Okay.
So you can't say that. Like it could be that they had the greatest connection, but the people
pick different. Yeah.
The cast picks. So like.
Yeah. Okay.
Or no, we do. Who picks? Like the cast?
I think it's the cast.
Yeah, they were bitter and they didn't give it to Stefan and Alara, who obviously should have won that season. So we don't know really who's going to win, but this is the start of their love story. Also on this season of Perfect Match is Alex Zamora from Temptation Island.
Your favorite girl.
Famously known for, or infamously known for the threesome with Breon. No comment on that. Do you have any?
I hope you find love, sis.
Yeah.
I know, obviously, Juliet from, I don't know if you watched Siesta Keys, but I watched Siesta Keys, and now she lives in Miami. Girl, you want to come on the pod?
Yes.
Tell us about your experience on Perfect Match.
Yeah.
But I would say a lot
that air a while ago, her season? Like,
it's way over.
Yeah, because like, isn't Siesta Keys, does it still air?
They did one season in Miami, maybe two.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are grown up now, kind of living in different areas. Some of them moved to Miami. Some of them are starting families.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see that.
Okay. So I will continue reading on the list. Like we commented on the major players. Like I'll just go down to whoever we may have missed. Somebody named Cody Wright from Temptation Island. I don't really remember him. I think he was one of the tempters.
I don't remember.
And then, well, yeah, he was definitely one of the tempters because he wasn't in one of the main couples. Daniel Perfetto, he's from Dated and Related, which I haven't personally watched. His season aired in 2022. Freddie Powell is from Love is Blind UK. I've seen him before.
Freddie, you beautiful specimen.
Do you know who he is?
No, he's just a beautiful man.
Okay, sis.
Okay, who do I ship him with?
I have seen him before. And if he's from UK, he got an accent.
Oh.
He had broken up with Catherine Richards on the first season of Love is Blind UK. Not only does he still work as a funeral director, but Powell is also using his profile as an advocate for Down syndrome. Oh, okay. That's really sweet. Oof. Okay. Hannah Burns is from The Mole. You may not know her. I've seen some of The Mole. I've seen some seasons. Don't know her. Okay. Mm-mm. Then we have, it looks like Hannah. It says since her time on The Mole, where she finished in 3rd place, Hannah Burns has been living her best life. But here's the real shocker. She's engaged. So does that mean she got engaged from somebody on the show? She's keeping her fiance's identity a secret. So maybe that means that the person that she's engaged to is from Perfect Match. Oh. Okay. So J.R. Warren from The Ultimatum. Nope. Yeah, I didn't watch this season, but I think that it's a little messy because there's somebody else that he had connected with on The Ultimatum that is also on The Perfect Match. Oof. So, okay, Jaylen Brown from Too Hot to Handle.
God, I don't remember anyone.
I don't remember him
I
either.
do remember one guy from Too Hot to Handle. There's 2 people on there that I think I know.
Okay.
Louis is on it, right? I think Louis is on it.
Louis Russell, yep. He's on it from Too Hot to Handle. Mm-hmm. Okay. Lucy Syed from Too Hot to Handle.
Yep. Lucy, I remember.
Madison, which we called this earlier. From Love is Blind, our girl Mads. A
lot of personality.
Is on. And then Olivia Ray from Temptation Island. Let's see. Ollie, of course, we talked about. QT Bullock from The Circle. Oh, I remember her. She was on The Circle. I vaguely remember her. And then Rachel, that's my girl from The Bachelor, just so you see what she looks like.
Let's see this queen.
She's a queen.
She's cute.
She's a pilot. Like, she's a fierce bitch.
She could have been with Pilot Pete.
Yeah, no. She's too fierce. Like, you got to check her out. Ray Gant, he's from Love Island USA Season 2. A lot of people from Love Island USA Season 2. Okay, Sandy Gallagher. She's the one that apparently she's from The Ultimatum, and she had a thing with JR like on that show, so it's going to be messy because they came in separate couples, and I think that I'm pretty sure that they like had a little something, but they didn't go with each other. So that's going to be a little messy. Scott Lewis from Love Island. Don't know this. Vandersloot. I don't know.
Vanna something.
And then that's the end of that. So we will see. I'm excited for Perfect Match. So we will see how this goes. I am just most excited that they've expanded to all these other franchises, like not just in the Netflix universe.
And I would just like to end with, I watched the new Final Destination. It was really good. You guys should watch.
Oh, I'm so scared because Amanda's afraid of everything. Already.
Yep, you won't be catching me in no sky rise high up restaurant thing. Nope.
Oh my god.
Nope.
I can't take you anywhere. We must be on the ground on all fours at all times.
Even watching it when she's like standing at the edge, I'm like, girl, move back. I can't see that.
I'm dead. Oh my god.
But I recommend.
This is horrible, but I don't really even know if I've seen any of them.
Girl. There's one that lives rent-free in my head where they're on the highway and they're driving and this truck has these tree logs on it. Yeah. And then they get into an accident. Those come falling on the highway and start killing a lot of people. And I'm like, I will never drive behind one.
That's actually a fear of mine, though. When I'm driving with a truck with all this like lumber and material, like don't trust it. I'm going in another lane far away.
That's what it is. I don't think I said tree trunks. You know what I'm talking about? Like the thing of the trees. What is that called?
A log?
The log, yes. That
lumber?
Thing. I don't know.
Wood? All right. We'll see you here next week. Let them know where they can find us.
You guys can find us at girlplease_podcast on all major platforms.
Thanks, guys.